A few years ago, my husband had an affair. What he doesn't know is that I had a revenge affair. A few years ago, my husband of 6 years cheated on me with a woman at his work. How this was revealed to me was a slow unraveling of the truth that lasted months. At the time, our 2 children together were 3 and 18 months old. This completely devastated me, of course. He went so far as saying he thinks he wants to be with this woman. Well, after a while I didn't leave, and, after many deep dive talks about what led him to doing what he did, we stayed together in the end. Not just for the kids, but thankfully found the love was still there. But this process of after the affair healing was not easy. Now I didn't purposely go out saying to myself I'm going to find somebody to fuck to get back at him. But one night, after his affair and us making up, for old time's sake I went out downtown to a club I used to go to when I was single. I used to know a lot of people back then in the club scene. I was really good friends with one of the DJs and always would dance in his booth. Back in the day, me and this guy would flirt and knew there was an attraction but never acted on it because he was/is married. So this night I went out, he still DJs there and was happy to see me after about a year since last gone out dancing. We ended up talking more and catching up with life after his set, and he walked me to my car. He confessed to always liking me and how he was having troubles in his marriage too. We ended up making out in my car, but then because of all the sexual tension we built up over the years, we both knew we wanted more that night. And I honestly thought in my head, you know what, eye for an eye. And thought this makes us even. We ended fucking in the park nearby at 3 a.m. So this encounter made us start secretly talking to each other for a little while. Honestly, we had sex a handful more times and then had conversations about was this just sex out, were we both willing to throw away our marriages to be together. We both decided to stop talking to each other and stay in our marriages. It's been about 4 years since all this. I am still with my husband. Actually, our relationship and family is happier than ever. To be honest, I never plan on telling my partner that I also cheated on him after he cheated on me. And I really don't even feel that guilty about it. In a weird way, helped me get over his cheating. There are a lot more details to this story. I don't know if it will make a difference, but I will clarify. I should mention that it's not about who was worse in this situation. We are both shitty for what we both did. I guess I wrote this as a sort of confession. Not expecting sympathy by any means. So to add more backstory, the woman my husband cheated on me with was not just one time, it was more than several times over a year. She was also married with no kids and was 10 years younger. They always did it at his work apparently. He was her superior and he had a private office. At the time this was going on, I had just had our second child together. Before this affair came to light, I had never cheated on him or even would have considered it. And I never would have thought that he would cheat on me. But what happened had happened. Going through this time was the hardest thing I've ever been through. I never left the house. We were trying to figure out what to do. He was very confused too because he felt like he fell in love with her. Long story short, as soon as her husband found out about it, he left and filed for separation. We ended up finding what we loved about each other again and stayed together. The girl that he had an affair with ended up wanting to date other guys, and that led my husband to realize she was not who he thought she was. So that made it easier for him to cut ties with her. As for my cheating, the DJ is still married and as far I know they are just staying together for the kid. We had sex like 3 times and never really intended to be together. Maybe just acting out on an attraction we felt years ago. I guess 2 wrongs don't make it right. But at the time I did feel justified. I know I said I didn't regret it, but it probably wasn't the best choice either. I think me and the DJ will never tell our significant others what happened because it wouldn't serve any purpose anymore. We've all moved on and have 0 contact since then. I realize though all of this that humans are fucked up sometimes, but it doesn't mean things can't be fixed or that everything is lost. We are going on 10 years together now, and we learned to work through a very difficult time together. My family is happy, and I'm glad that we are still together.